We are trapped in this chicken tikka purgatory. I have had a sign, Archie. I have decided to send my son Majid back to Bangladesh.
Crikey. What did Elsie say to your plan, then? You haven't told her, have you?
You two-faced bastard!
Too much history.
You will thank me in the end. This country is tearing us apart.
Is 16, 5 fours is 20, 6 fours is 22, 7 fours is 30, 8 fours is 32, 9 fours is 34, 10 fours is 40, 11 fours is 44. I don't never get finished my times table.
Enough maths for today, Ambrosia, my dear. Time for the calisthenics, I think. Forward defensive. Elbow up, nice and straight. That's it. Leg cut. Roll the wrists. Head down. Good.
'Tis what I learn all this thing for, Sir Edmund.
British education, my dear, is the envy of the world.
Oh.
Yeah. Yo, what here?
Oi!
Come on, yeah, over here.
Hey! What is this? This is my sister. At all times, under my protection.
You know that. Millie, you know, we was just having a laugh with a diary, man.
Respect you, fan. Okay, Irie, I've been looking for you here.
I need a quarter for some girls in my history class.
No problem. What's in that diary, anyway?
Nothing.
You're writing about me, eh?
Listen, you want to see Terminator 2 tonight? It's on at the Odeon.
Yeah, see, tonight's a bit awkward. Have you met Corinna?
Joe's going out with Millat. Irie? What's wrong? Nothing. Except I'm ugly and I'm fat and I'm short-sighted and my stupid hair's all frizzy. I'm in love with a moron who thinks I'm his sister. Apart from that, nothing's wrong at all.
No, baby. You is beautiful. You don't know that?
No.
Right, I'd like to call this first PTA meeting of the term to order. Now, as some of you know, at the last governor's meeting, we had to field complaints about the use of cannabis on school premises.
Cannabis? What sort of parents are these that let their children use drugs at our school?
Yes, well, leaving that question aside for the moment, the governors have asked for a bit of a crackdown.
Dear, oh dear, don't they realize this is 1992? It's bad enough having to fill the poor kids' heads with all that crap about Jesus and Mohammed.
Yes, well, be that as it may.
Whatever action you deem appropriate, Headmaster, you can count on Archie and myself. We are all military men. Cannabis, Archie. Cannabis.
Well, my Irie is far too sensible to get mixed up in anything like that.
Yes. And I thank God even Millat is incapable of such depravity. But we must reach out to those children who have not had the kind of moral guidance that we have provided for our families.
On the other hand, it does wonders for your arthritis. Apparently.
Good evening. I've had a pleasant time at the PTA meeting. I'm now going to bed. Good night.
I want it straight. Straight, straight, straight. And long and sleek and flickable, please. And blonde. I want it blonde.
Can't dye and cream same time, picnic. Your hair I drop off. You watched this recently? Girl, you're crazy. Me can't put chemical on this. Go home and come back 2 weeks' time.
2 weeks? Can't wait 2 weeks. Please. Josh.
Wow, Irie. What happened to you?
Shut up, Malfen. Where's Millat?
If I tell you, will you go out with me?
No.
What do you think about it?
No.
Will you let me show you where he is?
Okay. But that's all, and it doesn't mean shit, okay? Together, okay, Malfen? You just show me where Millat is.
Hi, Millat. Jesus Christ, Irie, what have you done?
Just had a haircut. What's a big deal?
But that's not your hair, for fuck's sake. That's some poor oppressed Pakistani woman that needs the cash for her kids. You had beautiful hair, man. All curly and wild, you know. It was wicked, Irie. And it was yours.
Was that a joint?
Yeah, for the history girls.
Are those drugs? Can I have some?
Who the fuck is this?
No one.
Malfen. Josh Malfen. You know, I'm in your class.
You okay, Irie?
Busting! Okay. I've had a little chat with your parents. And since your fathers are stalwarts of the Parent-Teacher Association, we're all in agreement that this is definitely an internal matter. Now, as for the punishment, Josh's parents have put up an interesting proposal. Since your A-levels are coming round, they've offered to have you both over after school to join Josh for some intensive revision groups.
No way.
Josh's father is an eminent geneticist, as you may know, and his mother is a best-selling author, so the two of you are certainly going to get plenty out of it. But why all the long faces? I think this solution's very much in the Flecker Glenard tradition. I'm sure our noble old founder would have approved. Education in the widest sense. People helping people in an intensely personal way.
Well, in point of fact, latest historical research suggests that Sir Edmund Flecker Glenard was little more than a corrupt imperialist.
Yes, thank you, Josh.
My, what wonderful breasts. Marcus Malfen.
Don't worry about Marcus. He's a bit of an old lech, but he's harmless.
Yes, come.
We'll find Joyce in her garden.
Joyce?
Oh, so you're Josh's bad crowd. Gosh, you both look so exotic. Where are you from?
Wilston. Chill out, people. Wasn't that funny?
God, he's gorgeous, isn't he? Are you and he? No. Just as well, his parents have probably got something arranged for him. I used to like the troublemakers when I was your age, but you're much better off with someone like Josh. You really are.
Mum.
He's been talking about you all week.
For God's sake, Joyce.
Anyway, we are so excited about you being here. You're both obviously very bright, I can tell by looking at your eyes.
Josh, your mother's saying that IQ expresses itself in the secondary physical characteristics of eye colour and shape, etc. Do you have any sensible riposte to that proposition?
Oh, don't be so Malfinist, Marcus.
I'm sorry, I'm going to have to stop you there. I'm afraid Malfinism either is or isn't. It cannot be qualified.
Touché, touché.
Right, let's go to work. There's a quiet pain in the girl, a missing father figure perhaps, but in Millat I sense a gaping wound, a raw hole that needs filling to the very brim.
With?
Education.
That's my towel.
Come then.
Millat!
What?
I'm trying my best to run a godly house. I will not have naked women running around in towels.
Get off my back, you old hypocrite.
Hypocrite? I'm no bloody hypocrite. I pray 5 times a day.
Look at you. You're pissed again. I'm more of a Muslim than you are.
You are no bloody Muslim. What do you know of your father's faith? What do you know of your country? What do you know of any bloody thing?
Nothing. Because I got stuck in this dump while my big brother got a first-class ticket out of here.
I should have sent you back to Bangladesh in a crate.
I wish you had.
Hi, Mr. Iqbal.
I come to ask your advice, Irie. You know Millat better than anyone. What can I do? How does one get through? All I ever wanted was 2 good Muslim boys. Is that too much to ask for? I always meant to go back, you know. I mean, who would want to stay? Cold, wet, and miserable. Rotten food, awful newspapers. A place where you are never welcomed, only tolerated. Then suddenly years pass, and you cannot return. The children are strangers, and you belong nowhere. Do you understand, child?
Yeah. Take care.
Listen, Elsie. If you're upset about it, why not talk to Sammy about the whole thing? Maybe it's time to reopen the line of communication, you know?
Never. I've sworn I'll never talk to him until Majid returns.
Well, at least he's getting a proper education, you know, in the old ways. Majid.
You not think poor Sammy punished enough?
What? A man that sends his son to Bangladesh? Huh? Most ridiculous, absurd, dangerous country in the whole damn world. Every year the cyclones, every year underwater. Generations just wiped out like clockwork in the hurricanes and mudslides. And he sends my son there. No, Clara Jones, I don't think he's been punished enough.
Well, fair enough, I suppose.
May I it fair enough? Alsana, you's one stubborn old mule. You already gonna lose yourself one son. If you're not careful, you're gonna lose yourself the other one.
Hey man, we got your skunk.
Millat!
Samad? Samad! Samad, Mia. Let the boy go now, Samad, Mia. He was born here, he's bound to do things differently. Just let him go now.
Irie.
Millat's living here now. Oh, Marcus wants to see you upstairs.
Hello, Irie.
What's with the mouse?
That isn't just a mouse, Irie. That is my life's work.
Oh, rightio. You wanted to see me?
Yes, Irie. I have a proposition. My office has been a mess for years, and I need someone I can trust to sort out the filing. £5 an hour, as many hours as you want. Before you decide, there are some ground rules. My work here is top secret. I really can't discuss it, and neither can you.
Why not?
Well, let's just say we are talking about the total elimination of disease in the human species. And you get some idea of what is at stake here. Not to mention the billions of dollars in primary patents. So what do you say? It could prove quite educational.
Okay. Thanks.
Fuck quick!
What the hell? Hayallah.
Hey, Shiva.
Cannabis resin is forbidden to me now, Millat.
This is Brother Mo, Millat.
Hey, Mo. What's up?
We are the keepers of the eternal and victorious Islamic nation. Brother Millat, a war has begun, and we need men like you. Men who can lead, men who have respect in our community.
Yeah, I can see that.
We are under attack from the West. Everything from the rampant sexuality of the women to the allure of marijuana.
Right.
Oh, Millat, we're gonna be late.
Sure, babe. This is taking a bit longer than I thought. Listen, I'm with you guys. I am. And I'm cool with the suit and the shades, but thing is, right, people rely on me. They need me to be good old Millat, wicked Millat. They need me to be cool. It's practically a responsibility.
I used to be like you once. I believed in British justice as I swept up the broken glass from my shop window while the police laughed in my face. I believed in British education as I comforted my weeping daughters after they had been chased home from school by skinheads. I was even grateful to the National Health System when they put me back together again after I'd been beaten to within an inch of my life. Here, read these. We'll talk again, Brother Millat.
Millat, darling! Millat!
How much longer is he going to be living here?
Oh, please, Josh, we've been through all this. He's a refugee from an oppressive domestic regime. You're not going out, are you? You can't. I've been cooking for you.
Said I'd see Corinna.
But I'm making the cauliflower bake. It's your favourite.
hate cauliflower bake.
And you mustn't think that I've got anything against Karina in particular. It's just... I think you could do an awful lot better.
Who gives a shit if you could do better or not?
Yes, all right, Joshua. You know, you can be very selfish sometimes.
What? Oh, I see. I can't speak now. In my own home.
Oh, don't be so ridiculous, Joshua. Joshy!
Western youth, corrupt, decaying, enfeebled.
Oh, I meant to tell you. I got a letter the other day from Bangladesh. Someone called Majid Iqbal.
Oh, yeah. Millat's twin brother. I mentioned I was working for you and I wrote to him.
Oh, Irie, did I or did I not stress the need for secrecy? My office at the university gets death threats every week from animal rights loonies. If they ever find out my address here, well...
I'm sorry. I didn't think.
That's right. No harm done this time. Good God. Where did you find that?
That's my great-grandfather, Isaac Malfinovsky. He was Chief Rabbi of Warsaw in the 1870s.
That belongs with his journals in the family archive.
Wow. Oh, this is your family.
Yes. The Malfins can trace their roots back to Russia in the Middle Ages. We were Bifnitzes before we were Malfinovskis. And something else before that, I expect. Malfins have always kept on the move, evolving, improving. After all, if you don't adapt, you die.
Marcus! I always thought you were so... English.
Oh, we are, Irie. We are.
I want to go to Jamaica. And the year off, I want to go to Jamaica.
What's brought all this on then, love?
Some people, right? They know who they are. They know where they've come from. They've got roots, you know, history.
History is nothing but trouble in our family. And in any case, you can forget about Jamaica. It's way too dangerous.
I'll ask Millat to come with me.
I won't touch you as far as the high street with that one.
Mum, I want to know where I come from. I need to know who I am, you know. I need to.
I was told that my mother used to run a pub in Bromley. But that may not be true.
Is that it? Nothing but trouble might have run a pub. Jesus. Don't you know anything? Haven't you got any idea where I come from? Don't you care?
Well, it's not up to me, love.
Yes, Dad. Tell me something I don't know. Mum, I want your permission.
For what? Getting yourself killed with that no-good damn fool boy?
Yes or no?
No.
This situation is intolerable. My only remaining son and he's living with strangers.
And my Irie may as well be living there too for all that we see her these days.
Oh, she's just earning some pocket money for a year off, love.
Well, what a big deal then? Every time I ask her what she's doing, she says she can't tell me. It's a secret.
Well, the Malfins seem a nice enough family, in my opinion.
You've done without your opinion for 15 years, Archie. We'll get by without it now.
Man is an atheist, Archie, and obviously a drug user.
He'll get on with Millat then.
But what can we do? We can't stop them going, otherwise the headmaster can expel them.
God's sake, they're just a normal, boring, middle-class family. And all they want to do is to help Millat and Irie with their studies.
It may be no big deal to you, Miss Smarty Pants lesbian niece of shame. But it is to me, huh? I haven't seen Millat in weeks.
Well, then why don't you just go around and visit him?
Oh, I have to go and grovel to strangers now just to see my own son. After everything I've been through. It's not enough that Majid is stolen away from me and sent to the other side of the world. 7 years now with barely so much as a birthday card. Now I must lose Millat as well. I mean, what have I ever done to deserve such hell, huh?
Kay, I'm sorry. Look, do you want me and Max to go around, talk to him?
I thought you would never ask.
Right, let's get this over with.
So, you must be Millat's cousin...
Nina.
Nina, yes, hello. And Max?
Maxine.
Maxine, yes. Yes, of course.
Don't get me wrong. It's not that I dislike gay women. It's just... And it's not that I'm offended by it. Really, it isn't. It's just... I just don't see the point.
The point?
Yes. I mean, do you use each other's breasts as pillows?
Do you know, I've been wanting to ask that myself all evening.
In lots of Indian poetry, they talk about using breasts as pillows. Downy breasts.
Pillowy breasts.
I'm from Bangladesh.
Of course.
It was totally, utterly, totally, completely
nuts. Yeah, and that settles it, huh? Something must be done.
I thank Allah at least that one of my sons is safe in Bangladesh, learning the old ways, safe from the venal influence of a decadent West.
Samad.
If only I could have sent both of them back, all these troubles would have been avoided.
Samad!
Archie! Clara! Archie! Archie! Videotape from Bangladesh! From Majid!
So what, are we waiting for Millat?
I rang him, but he doesn't want to come. I can't wait to see what Majid looked like after all these years.
It's not what a person looks like, Clara. It's the soul that you're about to witness. The soul of a Muslim and a Bangladeshi. A soul that has returned to old ways.
Does he still speak English?
Don't worry, Archie. I will translate.
Blimey.
Mother, Father, welcome to Letter from Bangladesh. I propose to begin with the news that your elder son has recently triumphed in a national essay competition with his composition, Bangladesh. Whither now? I traveled to Dhaka to collect this fine silver goblet and a small cash prize, which I shall put towards my airfare home to England.
Home?
My prize-winning theme was to lament the tendency of the Bangladeshi to throw his hands up in the face of history and blame his misfortunes on fate. The preposterous superstitions of Allah, which descend from our dark ages, do nothing but bind our people in chains. And it is to the West we must now turn for true enlightenment. A point I am sure my baby brother can well appreciate, since he has been able to enjoy the immense privilege of a British education.
Samad!
You fucking fascists!
Millat! Millat! Millat, wait!
Why'd you have to dance like that?
What?
Sex, right? Sex is a private thing, right?
Oh, yeah? Well, how come we do it in the park, then?
That's different. That's you and me, but in there, right? It's like you want them to look at you. It's like you're prostituting yourself to the male gaze. Because that's how it works in the West, innit?
Fucking leaflets again.
Listen to your language. Why can't you respect yourself? Why can't you wear some more clothes?
I do respect myself.
What's the wrong with you? Why can't you just be a lady?
You fucking hypocrite. You're just like your old man.
You're no better than a whore.
What's happened to you? Who are you?
Irie. Irie, you're going late for school. Archie.
Millat? Breakfast, Millat, darling. Millat? Marcus! Joshua! Joshie! Josh!
Interested in animal rights at all. My name is Julian. I'm from an organisation called Free, which stands for Fighting Animal Torture Against the Exploitation. Hi. I wonder if you're interested in animal rights at all. I'm Jolie, and I'm from an organisation called FATE, which stands for Fighting Animal Torture and Exploitation. Good.
Jesus! Is that you, Picnic?
Hello, Nana. I've run away.
Praise be.
This much I do know. My mother, that's her dear, Ambrosia. She was educated by a fine English gentleman. A sir, no less. Oh, yes, she was educated all right. 5 times a week.
Why did he do that?
Why? Lord, girl, it is not required the whys and wherefores when an English Christian gentleman want to be generous and give you an education. You just be thankful.
What about your father? My great-grandfather?
No, she never did like talk about him. Although I'm sure he was a good Jamaican boy. Oh, yes. And he was a great one for the cricket. I know that much. Oh, yes. And he was killed stone dead in the Jamaican earthquake of 1907. Just the very same day I was born. My mother, she say, it was judgment from the Lord. I don't know why she think that.
So sad, you know, that he died the day you were born.
Lord, pick me. The Lord giveth, and the Lord taketh away.
Basically, what we do is we conduct a perpetual worldwide terror campaign against all animal torturers.
Fantastic.
Obviously, that involves all the usual stuff, breaking into labs, attacking fox hunts, threats to cosmetic firms. But these things really only work as a way of teaching the public to respect animals. Really, it's all about education.
It's amazing.
Fate doesn't take anyone who isn't totally committed to the cause.
Crispin did 9 months in Brixton for torching a pet shop.
Would you do 9 months in Brixton, friend?
Let's face it. What's 9 months?
Welcome to the cause.
Samad? Another video from Majid? It's that mad Malfen woman.
Don't open the door.
I know you're in there. Why don't you do something?
What?
Make her go away instead of just standing there with your flabby gut hanging over your tiny willy.
Do we have to behave like children?
She won't go away. She's mad.
What can this possibly achieve?
Even if she does, she'll only come back.
Why doesn't she go away and mess up her own son?
Haven't you seen him?
Whether you like it or not, I'm involved here. Mrs. Iqbal, I'm Joyce. Joyce Malfen. Mrs. Iqbal, we simply have to... Millat's missing. He hasn't come home the last 2 nights. I'm at my wit's end. All his stuff has gone from his room, and I think he may have run away.
He's not at your house?
No.
He's run away?
I fear so.
Thank God for that.
At a girl.
It was nothing.
Come, let's forget the bloody Malfens and see what Majid has to say. Perhaps he will have come back to his senses at last.
Perhaps, Amania.
Welcome to another letter from Bangladesh. Let me begin with some exciting news. First, my application to the University of Oxford has been rewarded with a scholarship, and I have a place to start in the autumn at Corpus Christi.
The Oxford scholarship?
Well, brains in the end, they triumph.
Ask yourself no longer. I have found a sponsor. An eminent Englishman, with whom I have recently struck up a correspondence, has sent me the money to return to my homeland and invited me to work for him over the summer. For these are plane tickets I have here in my hand. And although I am, of course, an atheist, nevertheless, I ask you to remember in your prayers the name of my distinguished benefactor and future employer, the renowned scientist, Dr. Marcus Malfen.
Material planet in my head. It's a suspect of fights as the tooth of death. The solutions are a problem. They pull out the wall. All inside time and primus.
Hey! Comrade, this way.
So what are the chances of Crispin going to prison again? I mean, now that he's got a record and all, he could go away for years next time, couldn't he?
Yeah, everyone starts off wanting to shag Jolie. You get over it. We all live upstairs, but this is the nerve centre of the operation. Worldwide.
Sorry. Hi, Jolie. Crispin.
For your information, comrade, that is public enemy #1. The biggest exploiter, tester and general fucker around with animals in this whole bastard country.
Even you must have read about his genetically engineered mouse project, fucking doomsday scenario, or what?
We know he's operating somewhere in this area. That's why we moved up from Camberwell. It's only a matter of time. And then, boof.
Boof? Boof.
Brothers, a war is nigh, and now is the time for movement, deeds, and acts. Let the conflagration begin!